Hi and welcome to the channel. We're so glad you're here. If you're passionate about media dynamics, public figures, and the stories that shape our world, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the conversation. In recent years, Piers Morgan's relentless criticism of Meghan Markle has been one of the most talked about media controversies. His aggressive attacks, dismissive remarks, and unwavering obsession with the Duchess of Sussex have sparked widespread debate about the role of personal bias in journalism. But what fuels this fixation? Why does Morgan, a seasoned journalist, seem unable to move past his grievances against Meghan? Sunny Hostin, a well-respected legal analyst and co-host of The View, has suggested that Morgan's ongoing hostility may not stem from a genuine concern for the integrity of the monarchy or the British press but rather from something far more personal, his own insecurities and emotional fragility. She has pointed out the irony of a man who claims to champion free speech and resilience yet appears so personally affected by Meghan Markle's decisions. In this deep dive, we will explore the origins of Morgan's disdain for Meghan, examine Hostin's compelling perspective, and discuss the broader implications of allowing personal grievances to shape media narratives. How did a seemingly trivial personal encounter between Morgan and Meghan turn into years of relentless vitriol? How does his unchecked animosity impact public discourse on race, gender, mental health, and the ethics of journalism? Let's break it all down. To understand Piers Morgan's intense animosity toward Meghan Markle, it's important to trace its evolution. His public criticisms didn't start when she married Prince Harry or even when she and Harry stepped down as senior royals. Instead, his disdain became most visible after Meghan and Harry's groundbreaking interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. In the interview, Meghan opened up about the severe emotional toll she endured while living within the confines of the British royal family. She disclosed that she had struggled with her mental health, at one point experiencing suicidal thoughts. Perhaps most damningly, she revealed that there were discussions within the royal institution about the skin tone of her and Harry's unborn child, Archie. These revelations sent shockwaves around the world, leading to a fierce reckoning about race, mental health, and the media's treatment of Meghan. Morgan, however, was having none of it. The day after the interview aired, on Good Morning Britain, he launched into an aggressive diatribe against Meghan, declaring that he didn't believe a word she said. His blatant dismissal of her mental health struggles and accusations of racism sparked outrage. Viewers, mental health advocates, and even his own colleagues condemned his insensitivity. The public backlash was swift and intense. Over 41,000 complaints were filed with Ofcom, the UK's communications regulator, making it one of the most complained about moments in British TV history. Morgan's on-air tirade also led to a dramatic confrontation with his co-host, Alex Beresford, who pointed out the hypocrisy in Morgan's criticisms. Beresford suggested that Morgan's grudge against Meghan was deeply personal and that he was using his platform to attack her simply because she had cut him off. Instead of engaging in a reasoned debate, Morgan stormed off the set in a fit of rage, an act that only reinforced perceptions of his emotional fragility. In the days that followed, Good Morning Britain announced Morgan's departure from the show. While he framed it as a stand for free speech, critics saw it as the culmination of years of unchecked hostility toward Meghan, which had finally caught up with him. But his departure from mainstream breakfast television didn't mean he was done attacking Meghan. If anything, his obsession only intensified. Morgan's disdain for Meghan cannot be fully understood without looking at their brief personal interaction years before she married Prince Harry. In a 2018 interview on RTE1's The Late Late Show, Morgan recounted how he had once met Meghan for drinks in London. According to his version of events, they had a pleasant evening, talking about life, careers, and ambitions. He claimed that Meghan even messaged him afterward to say she had enjoyed their conversation. However, after that night, Morgan never heard from Meghan again. Shortly after their meeting, she began dating Prince Harry. In his own words, "She ghosted me." This single event, Meghan moving on without keeping in touch, seems to have had a profound effect on Morgan's ego. He has repeatedly mentioned this encounter over the years, bringing it up as if it was some sort of betrayal. His reaction to being ghosted raises serious questions. Why did a grown man, with decades of experience in media and politics, take such personal offense to a casual acquaintance choosing not to continue contact? Meghan owed Morgan nothing, no explanation, no ongoing friendship, no loyalty. Yet, to this day, he acts as though he was wronged. Morgan's fixation on this one interaction suggests a deep sense of entitlement. He appears to believe that because Meghan once had a conversation with him, she should have remained in his orbit. When she didn't, he seemed to take it as a personal insult rather than the normal course of life. Many psychologists have noted that feelings of rejection can trigger strong emotional responses, particularly in those who struggle with self-worth. Morgan's continued grievances over a casual meeting that ended years ago indicate that his ego may have been bruised in a way he has never been able to recover from. Sunny Hostin, a well-respected voice in media, has been particularly critical of Morgan's treatment of Meghan. During an episode of The View, she dissected the situation with striking clarity, pointing out the glaring hypocrisy in Morgan's behavior. Hostin highlighted that Morgan, a man who prides himself on his ability to walk away from situations he doesn't like, was condemning Meghan and Harry for doing the same. He freely exited Good Morning Britain when he was challenged on his views, yet he viciously criticized Meghan and Harry for stepping away from an institution that was harming their mental health. She also emphasized that his relentless focus on Meghan seemed rooted in personal bitterness rather than journalistic objectivity. Hostin argued that Morgan's rejection complex was fueling his attacks. Meghan's decision to cut him off may have triggered insecurities that he has since projected onto his media persona. By analyzing his behavior through this psychological lens, Hostin painted a compelling picture of a man whose vendetta was not about journalistic integrity or royal protocol, but about his own bruised ego. Piers Morgan's fixation on Meghan Markle extends beyond personal grievance; it has broader consequences for journalism and media ethics. When personal bias seeps into reporting, it distorts public perception, reinforces harmful stereotypes, and shifts focus away from meaningful discussions. By relentlessly targeting Meghan, Morgan has contributed to a toxic media environment that vilifies women, especially women of color, who dare to assert their independence. His platform has amplified the kind of tabloid culture that thrives on tearing people down rather than engaging in constructive discourse. Furthermore, his dismissal of Meghan's mental health struggles sends a dangerous message. When public figures ridicule or invalidate those who speak openly about mental health, it discourages others from seeking help. The fact that a man with such influence was willing to say on national television that he didn't believe Meghan had suffered suicidal thoughts is deeply damaging. Piers Morgan's relentless attacks on Meghan Markle appear to be driven by a deep-seated sense of personal rejection rather than any genuine concern for media ethics or royal traditions. His inability to let go of a minor social interaction that ended years ago has shaped his public persona and fueled years of harmful discourse. Sunny Hostin's insights shed light on the deeper issues at play: Morgan's fragile ego, his hypocrisy, and his dangerous use of a media platform to settle personal scores. His behavior serves as a reminder of the importance of critical media consumption and the necessity of holding journalists accountable for their biases. As we move forward, it's essential to challenge narratives that are shaped by personal vendettas rather than facts. It's time to demand media that prioritizes integrity over pettiness and responsible journalism over personal grievances. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on media dynamics and public figures. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.